This is Chris Parsons, back again with guest speaker Jim Lumsden, who's been telling us a little bit about the venue for Broadway Under the Stars, which is coming up on Saturday, September 21st at the fantastic Souy Resort in Jomtien. Jim, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
So now let's talk a little bit about you. Tell us about your long-running experience in the entertainment industry and how you were bit by the stage show bug.
Money.
Well, good for you.
Well, I don't know if it's entertainment. I just see it as a guy in a frock, quite honestly.
No, and it is absolutely entertainment. And for those of you who don't know what we're talking about female impersonation shows and lip-syncing cabaret shows, which Jim has been a big part of for how many years now?
25.
Yeah, 25 years. And so what got you interested in that in the beginning?
I think the very first time, I never ever did cabaret when I lived in the UK. It was the first time I ever did it was in Pattaya. And it was a street event in Boys Town. They asked me to do a street party, and that was the first time I ever got in a frock.
Once you put on those heels, it was all over.
I've got a lot of frocks now in 25 years.
Yeah, I've seen your closet. It's pretty impressive. Now, I've noticed that a lot is happening over at Souy Resort in terms of shows and special events lately. Is this something that you'd like to see continue to grow? And if so, what's your vision for the future there?
Yeah, now that I've finished in my previous establishment, I would like to develop Souy into a monthly event place, so we can have a monthly event, a different theme every month, and one a month is quite enough for me. And that's my vision. So probably the last weekend of every month we'll throw together some kind of event like Broadway Under the Stars.
Well, I think it's great, and thank you so much for having Pattayaplayers at Broadway Under the Stars. We really do appreciate it. Being a non-profit organization, being able to have such a great venue as Souy.
Our pleasure.
Since you have turned over the reins of your cabaret bar to new managers, the burning question in everyone's minds is what happens now? Are the heels, wigs, bangles, and bobs tucked away for good, or is there a new reincarnation of Madam Jim bubbling to the surface?
There's always a new reincarnation of Madam Jim. Yearly. You know, it takes a lot longer these days to keep the package together. So my plan is to follow basically the vision of Souy. Madam Jim will probably appear once a month.
Yeah.
And that'll be quite enough, I think. I think with 400 frocks and numerous amounts of shoes, I don't think it's quite that easy to tuck them all away.
No, not at all. All right, so now is that time of the show when we showcase our top 10 countdown. Last show, we gave you the top 10 most interesting facts about Broadway. In keeping with our show focus of Jim Lumsden and his extensive experience in the arena of cabaret and female impersonation, this time we count down the top 10 things you never knew about drag queens. Would you be willing to help me out with this, Jim?
Well, I think I probably could.
Excellent. I think you're a good pick for it. And now, behind the curtains, top 10 things you never knew about drag queens. Take it away, Jim.
Okay, we start at number 10, and the best way to tell if a really good-looking drag queen is a man is to check for his Adam's apple.
Very true.
Or his large feet.
Or his large hands. Very often you can tell from the hands as well.
Probably.
And who knows what else might be large there. The main difference, number 9, the main difference between a drag queen and a transvestite is a very painful procedure. A drag queen is a man in a dress, but a tranny is a man who has had a sexual reassignment operation.
Well, actually, that's not quite true. A man who's had a sexual reassignment operation is a transsexual.
Transsexual, yes.
Not a tranny.
Yes. Well, and tranny is often used, especially in America, two ways for transsexual and transvestite, which are also two very different things. I didn't specify that in this one because I didn't want to make it too long, but a transvestite is just a man who dresses in women's clothing, and that can be a straight man, a gay man, but they don't actually have the reassignment surgery, whereas a transsexual is someone who's actually gone through that surgery.
Absolutely.
All right, next up.
Number 8, a fishy drag queen refers to a performer who is particularly womanly in appearance and often manner.
Do you consider yourself a fishy drag queen?
Oh, I'm very fishy.
All right. Number 7, there are 3 main types of drag names. The first are names that play on words such as misunderstood. The second type are names based on glamour and extravagance such as Dame Edna, Shishi LaRue, and the Lady Chablis. The third type is using the actual male name or a feminine form of their male name, like Madam Jim.
Well, I just got called Madam by everyone, so it was simple. Madam Jim.
There you go. It just kind of fit you like a glove.
Absolutely.
Number 6.
Okay, sorry. Number 6. Some people believe that the word drag in drag queen came from the acronym, though I can't say that with my acronym with my rubber lips. Not easy, dear. Dressed as a girl.
Yeah. D-R-A-G, dressed as a girl. Interesting. I didn't actually know that until I did a little research.
Never knew that.
Number 5. 2 other terms for drag queen are female impersonator and gender illusionist. Do you know any more, Jim? Besides fabulous.
I'm lost on that one. No, I can't get that one.
All right. Number 4. A drag king is a woman who performs as a man.
Has been known.
Yep. And it doesn't happen as much here in Thailand as it does in other places, but it is interesting. Number 3. A drag mother is an experienced drag queen who acts as a mentor and guide to a newer, usually younger drag queen. Do you have a drag mother at all?
No, I never had a drag mother because I never did drag before.
Yeah.
Only here in Thailand.
Have you been a drag mother?
But I think I've become a drag mother now,
Yeah.
Absolutely. At my age, yes.
Yeah. All right, give us number 2.
Number 2, one of the most famous mainstream drag queens to gain popularity in movies, television and top 40 music was RuPaul, who hit the big time with his song Supermodel. You better work it, girl.
You better work. Yeah, he's pretty amazing. You gotta appreciate that guy. Talk about glamour. You and him are right up there, huh?
Now you're really pushing it, Chris.
And the number 1 thing you never knew about drag queens is that duct tape is the most commonly used material to hide or tuck a queen's manly unmentionables. All right, enough said on that one.
It's painful.
I bet it is. All right, and that'll wrap up this segment for now. Stay tuned with us because we'll be back with even more fun, including our Broadway Buster trivia quiz question. Stay with us.